Hey, hey, Alice here, and you're listening to the Future Voices. Hello, and welcome everyone to the Future Voices podcast. I'm your host, Elham, or as many of you know me, Ellie. And today we're going to start a new little journey together on one of the most recommended self-help and motivational books, The Speed of Trust by Stephen R. Covey. Before I start anything about this book and before I start our conversation, I want you to try to remember all those moments of life that life is smooth, decisions aren't heavy, conversations aren't tense, and you don't feel like you need to protect yourself while having the conversation. So these are the moments that we experience trust without actually focusing on it. Helping us and guiding us in this journey is one of my good friends, Miss Atyaf. She's a teacher, a leader, a coordinator of many different programs in one of the most well-known organizations in here in Oman. And she's the one who actually mastered this book, and she's going to guide us through this whole book and all the idea of the book. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
how are
you?
you?
It's lovely to have you here, and I'm so honored to have you today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For the very first question, I'd like to ask you to define the meaning of trust based on what Covey says in his book.
All right, Ilham. So in this book, what Covey wants us to know is something opposite to what we all believe at. We all believe that trust is a soft feeling that can break easily, and like we can even like lose it and break down easily. But what he wants to tell us is that it's not that. Mm-hmm. Trust is actually, it's a skill. It's a measurable skill that you can practice it every day, practice daily in your life. You can build it, you can make it stronger, you can make it weaker, all right? And then you use it to reach your goals in your life. You reach a project that you want, you reach a relationship that you want, you reach a goal at the end, all right? So that's what he wants us to know about trust.
Okay. And stepping into this idea of building a trust. As far as I know, he mentions some factors, some very main factors in the book, but would like to hear it from you. The very main factors to reach to that trust.
Yes, so in his opinion, or like after all the, let's say, researches and studies that he did, he noticed that if you actually want to build the trust, you need two main factors. So you need two things. If you have them, you have the trust, which is number one, the character. The character is who you are, your personality basically. And number two is the competence. What can you do? What do you offer to the table? Okay. So these two things. Missing one of them, trust will break down. Yeah. You must have them both.
Yeah. But would you explain a little bit more, like expand the idea of character and competence?
Exactly. So what he wants to say is that the character, which is who you are, it has many, like, let's say, it has many
sub-factors.
Let's say principles underneath it. I call them principles because they are main things in anyone's personality if they want to build trust, which is number one, integrity. And I always know that there's a difference between being to have integrity and being honest. Yeah. Integrity is deeper. Integrity is coming really from inside. So you have integrity. Number two is keeping your promises. So you cannot, keeping promises not just for people, keeping promises to yourself. Exactly. And this is where actually you have to start. This is the core thing. And number two is the competence, which is what do you offer? What do you give? What's your outcome? What are your capabilities? What are the results that you're showing, the place you are at? As a family member, as a business owner, as a member in a team, what is it that you're offering? So now I want you to imagine that if you have the good intention you are nice, okay, and you show good intention, and everyone believes you, and you're saying, I will do that, and that you're saying it, but then at the same time, we see nothing from you.
Yeah.
We see no outcome. You don't have the skill, no capabilities, nothing. We cannot keep you. We cannot build trust with you in this case. Same thing, if you are working hard, you're doing everything, but at the same time, we don't feel the integrity from you. We don't feel that you're honest. You're just doing it for another intentions.
Yeah.
Right? Away from the place vision.
Yeah.
So again, we don't want this. You cannot build trust with us. So having both core principles are very, very important.
I see. So, meaning, to become a trustworthy person, we need to grow these features and personality traits in ourselves. So, to gain the credibility by growing integrity, intention, capability, and then eventually results.
Exactly.
And that way we can call ourselves a trustworthy person.
Yes, you have a worth, you have credit.
Okay.
Everyone wants you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's easier said than done, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, but what's next?
So then in his book, he was mentioning that, he mentioned that there are like 5 waves of trust. And it's so interesting why he called it waves of trust.
Yeah.
It's because in his opinion, trust like a wave, it can come and go. It can build and rebuild. And because it's they are waves, so they come together. So the 5 waves, they are actually related together. They are related 100%.
Okay.
Yes. So the first one of them is the self-trust, which is like the base. It's like the most important one because you start building trust with yourself and
in relationship with yourself.
With yourself. And it's very important because we'll talk about it in more details.
Definitely.
Let me just mention them for you.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the relationship trust, which is your relationship or your trust with others around you. And then you have your organizational, which is the place you work, where you work. And then you have the society, which is the whole thing, like it's more abroad, so it's actually all around you. Okay, so the self-trust, which is the first one, it's very important because you have to know that if you don't build a trust with yourself, you are unable to build it with anyone else, with anything else at all.
I agree with that.
And I know that he also mentioned in the book that trust means being confident. Now I'm talking about self-trust. Trust being confident, which is true, that's what he said. Yes, you have to be confident with yourself, but we always think about it as like, I trust myself, I can do it. Positive affirmation, positive thinking of yourself. I can do this, I will do this. I trust that I have the skill. I trust that I can do it.
Yeah.
But there is another type of trust with self-trust that we never think about, which is keeping promises that you gave yourself. We don't think about it. So you would say, for example, okay, if I do this, if I finish this, then I'll buy for myself something.
Yeah. I prize myself.
And then how many times we broke this promise? A lot. Because like, who cares? It's just me. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not like breaking a trust with someone. He will not leave me or nothing will happen. I'm just doing it for myself. I'm just breaking something I promised myself, which is very huge. Even these little things, you need to keep them.
Yeah, I'd love to add something here.
Yes, sure.
Based on my own experience, my own life experience, I want to say the most trustworthy people I ever met are the ones who are disciplined and they are and keeping all these promises that
Committed.
they make to themselves, you know, and just following what he says. I want to say I literally experienced it in my life that these type of people, they are the ones that you can just spend time with, feel connected to them.
True.
And you honestly can trust them.
Yes, you feel like they bring the best of you because they are really good.
Exactly.
Like, being committed to going to the gym every day, taking care of your food. This is all self-trust, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
of
it's
course.
also part of self-love.
Of course.
Then when you go with people and you see how much they are committed to themselves and very disciplined, on time, like punctuality, they are on time to the place. They are on time to submit things. And you really feel like you can trust them because if they're doing this to themselves, they can do it with you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other one is the relationship. I wanted to focus more on the self-trust, but the relationship is actually how you build with others, like people around your family, your friends, the people who are people you love, like your kids. So this is the relationship trust, and then you have the organizational trust, which is what he's focusing on in his book, because he mostly wants to talk about a leader and a team, and who he can trust to speed the work. To make it happen fast with low cost. Right? High trust, high speed, low cost. Job is done. Right? And then the next one is the market trust. The market trust, which is having a name. And if you will all relate this to the brands.
Of course.
You buy something, you don't know where it was even manufactured. You don't know, but then you just buy it. Because it's from that specific brand. Because they have a market trust. People trust this brand.
Yes.
And it happened recently. There was a huge thing that happened that it's a lie. It's fake. It was manufactured there, but people still trust them because they built a really strong trust base with people. So, they still think it's an investment to buy from them.
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
And then the last one is the society. Now this is the bigger, it's in being a member of a whole community. How trustworthy, when they mention your name, what do they say? How do you come to their mind?
And it's not only about people, it's about even organizations.
Exactly. Organization, people, because who's going to build that organization?
Okay.
It's the people who works there. The leader, the relationship between that leader and the staff. The trust in between them. And from my own experience, I can tell you that what made me move in my career fast, let's say fast, it was the trust that was built between me and the administration I work with. Because they give me the trust that, because I built it first, of course. It took time to build it.
Absolutely.
I felt the trust from them. They accepted everything that I'm doing. So I put two things together. Integrity, character, and results, right? Absolutely. And then what made them start to trust me? Then I started to trust them, and then the work started to become fast. Things moving faster. The organization is moving faster, becoming more successful on the area that we are working together on. Yes.
That's beautiful. Okay. So these are the 5 waves.
Yes. And they're all connected. See, whenever we're going to talk about an organization, we have to talk about their market trust, their society trust, the people who are there, their self-trust, the relationship trust. So they are waves, they are together.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just stop it up to here because this book, I feel like this book needs 2-3 sessions. So let's consider the very first step of our journey in this book. But if you want to go through some of the most important parts of our conversation to take us to the next episode, what would you mention?
To be honest, it's maybe one of the things that stayed with me after reading the book, which is because I used to be really either smart in my work and what I do, or too nice and just accepting anything and everything. But then I realized is if you combine them both, if you are nice, all right, which means you care, you have integrity, which means you care, and you are telling the truth. At the same time, you are capable, you have skills, you have a talent, you're offering a place,
smart.
Which is you're smart. And I think this is the big combinations. You can reach big anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
All right? Because believe me, a trust with just good intentions can be weak.
Yeah, of course.
It breaks easily. So why don't you work on your skills, in your talent if you have one, work on it, build it strongly, at the same time build your character, and then go ahead anywhere and everywhere, right? So that take us to, for the next time if you want, then we can tell people what are the behaviors, right, that you need to have, or to do the actions that will make you actually reach that combination.
Exactly. We have a lot to say about those behaviors.
Yes, very interesting.
So let's say this is for today, and I hope our audiences enjoyed it already. Yes. And we're coming back very soon with the next episode of this series. Until the next time, stay tuned.